Happy early Thursday or early Friday. Excuse me. Happy early Friday, everybody. How's everybody doing? What's up? What's up? What's good? What's good? What's up, chat? How y'all doing, y'all? Y'all see the shirt? I had to bring the shirt out, man, cause we got a lot to talk about. Yo, what's up, Zeno? Zeno, where you been? I feel like you've been MIA. How you feeling, man? God Chicken, Chris, Cass, Moosey, Nicole. Wait, wait, Moosey. Why aren't you I could have sworn I made you a moderator, bro. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, what the hell? There we go. Leo, what's up? What's up? Oh yeah, the shirt. I had to. Yo, what's good, Logix? How you doing, bro? I know this is a weird time. I don't usually stream on Thursday. I'm trying to stream on Thursdays a little more. Hold on, this shit backwards as fuck. Um, so yeah, I'm trying to make this a usual thing where I stream on Thursdays and Saturdays. I know I've been streaming on and off on Thursdays, but I'm trying to make this a usual thing where we'll either game or just chill out on Thursdays, and then Saturdays we do the usual stream. But I have a work event Saturday, so I'm not going to stream this Saturday. So I was like, all right, let's knock all this shit out right now. So we have a lot to talk about, man. We have a whole lot to talk about. Why do I keep putting this on backwards? What's going on? Oh, wait, there we go. I think. This shit is so weird. Huh. Should have wore the other one. Let's see. But how y'all doing, bro? It has been a very eventful week for me. You said, why can't today be Friday? Yo, I know. But Nicole, one more day, though. One more day, and you in the clear, all right? I pretty much call this, this is Friday Eve. Usually, the past two jobs that I had, Fridays have been usually like pretty chill for me. Even with this job, Fridays are chill. I still have work to do, but it's pretty laid back. Yo, what's up, Doom? Because whoever made weekdays don't like us. No, they don't. They don't at all. But yeah, we got a lot to talk about, man. Oh my gosh. We're going to start this thing off with Sneako. But hold up. 1 second. I'll be right back. 1 second. I forgot something. Oh, man. Oh, hell no, actually. Let me crack this door. It gets hot as fuck in here. Okay. So, for those of you that do not know, oh shit, god damn it, there needs to be a button that says record and stream at the same time, because I promise you, I always forget to fucking hit record. Anyway, for those of you who do not know, Sneako has been working very, very close as of late with Kanye West, or Ye West, whatever. Or just Ye. I don't fucking know. I'm going to just call him whatever the fuck I want. Okay? It really doesn't matter at this point. Ye. He's been working real closely with Ye. And I guess I should just mention that he has had a previous relationship with working with Ye before, because he was working with Nick Fuentes when Ye was running for president, and we all know how that went. It was a complete shit show. So these two already had a relationship. But this is something that's totally different, okay? We have been calling Sneako a grifter for I don't know how long. And he's not helping his case here at all. It went from Fresh and Fit, the Red Pill Manosphere, Andrew Tate. He literally always has to hang around somebody or be under the umbrella of somebody. So Fresh and Fit, Andrew Tate, the Muslim community, and now Ye. He's like a parasite. Better yet, he's like a tick that's just like constantly just gnawing at your shit. You feel me? He always has to attach himself to somebody else. Sneako has never had his own identity, ever. And he always transitions into the next thing. And it's crazy because he hears these criticisms and he hears these jokes, but he doesn't make adjustments. He wants to continuously, be a tick, a leech, if you will. Yes, thank you, retire. Yes, a leech. Just gnawing and sucking on it. Hey, pause. But you know what I mean. And actually, I shouldn't have hit that button because actually it is. It's always men too. He always has to. I wonder how his relationship is with his father now that I think about it. Because it just seems like he's constantly looking for some sort of like role model. He just seems like a lost little boy. I don't know why. Yo, Misfortune, I wouldn't even call him opportunistic at this point, because it's not like there was an opportunity for him to follow like the Muslim community, because he was, for a good little while, he was a strict Muslim. He didn't practice in haram, and then he just he fell off the goddamn wagon. All right. He fell off the wagon, and now he's backed up from that community, and now he's went to Ye. It's literally Fresh and Fit, Andrew Tate, and he copies all of these people's talking points too. Sneako does not have a fucking mind of his own. So Fresh and Fit, Andrew Tate, Muslim community, and now Ye. And this might be the worst one. Oh, how did I forget Nick Fuentes? So five different situations. 5 situations. Sneako went from person to person to thing to thing. Like, this is fucking ridiculous. He literally is a leech. It is sad. It is completely sad. So let me show you how terrible this shit is, right? So I'm gonna just play this clip, because we're gonna play a couple of clips, and we're gonna watch a Piers Morgan uncensored video, because Ye and Sneako were both on Piers Morgan, and apparently it did not go well. So without further ado, I'm gonna hook up these headphones, and we're gonna look at these clips first, because this just amazed me, dog. You can count Trump too, sure. Sure. All right, let's see. Just listen to what Sneako says.
Talk to us about your hair. What do you want me to talk about with the haircut? Like, I got a haircut just now. No lineup's criminal. That's what Ye said. No lineup. Said it's better like just keep it. No design.
Excuse me. One more time.
Ye said no lineup. Said that's what Ye said. No lineup. Said it's better like just keep it. No design. Thoughts? Am I bald? Am I balding?
Fellas. Every dude that is currently in the chat right now, every heterosexual male in the chat, have you ever told a man what to do with his hair? Yeah, Ye said he like it better this way, He like it a little shorter because he likes his man shorter. I look a little different from Jeffree Star, so he like to have a little variety, you feel me? So he said he wanted mine short, so I had to cut it short. So, yeah, I kept it short. What the fuck? Ain't no fucking grown-ass man no grown man on this earth is going to tell me how to style my hair. What the fuck? Nigga, are you in a cult? What is going on? What? Stop it, Moosey. What? I don't understand. Is that not? I'm sorry, and I know I make gay jokes here and there, but this is legitimately weird, because I'm not telling a grown man what to do with his hair, and I'm also am not gonna take the advice of another grown man telling me what to do with my hair. Like, what the fuck kind of shit? Sneako is far gone, man. This is how far he will go in order to grift. Because you know what? When he's around Ye, I don't even think Sneako fully believes this shit. I really don't. He just latches himself on to the next person and on to the next idea, just gnawing at they shit. I'm telling you, I don't get it. So here is another clip of Sneako getting his ego stroked because of what Ye said. Hold up. Okay, so all right, KS, I hear you, because it's normal for a grown man to say, "Yo, look like you need a cut, man. You looking kind of wolfish out here." You feel that's different as to Ye said he likes my hair better shorter, so I think I'm gonna leave it short. That's different. That's completely different. All right, listen to this shit.
The movie stars are not as attractive anymore. I think women got uglier in movies ever since Harvey Weinstein left.
What the actual fuck? What the fuck did you just say? One more time.
Women got uglier in movies are not as attractive anymore. I think women got uglier in movies ever since Harvey Weinstein left.
Yo, that's almost Andrew Tate level bar. Bro, like you got to be the new Tate, bro.
Do you know how happy this nigga was to hear that? Look at this smile on his face. Yo, you might be the new Tate, bro. What the fuck?
That was a bar. You got to start.
No, but
this is a room full of fucking yes men.
They had to work for their roles. When they had to work, there were no fat bitches in movies.
Okay, let's go. So, Sneako.
Am I wrong? Like, is that a crazy take?
Also, yes, you're wrong. Do you know how many beautiful women are in Hollywood, are in movies? That's just such a fucking stupid thing to say. That's a crazy thing to say. And for you to credit Harvey Weinstein, the person that was taking advantage of a lot of these women and children, to say that, oh, things were better when Harvey Weinstein was around, better looking women. What the fuck? What are you talking about? Whatever happened, why the fuck would you go to that island? What happened to that? Ye literally said himself, why the fuck would you go to that island? All right. You know what? It gets even worse, because in this next clip, and we haven't even got to fucking Piers Morgan yet. We haven't even got to Piers Morgan, guys. This is crazy. And it gets even worse, because in this next clip, you guys are not, Moosey, shut up. You guys are not going to believe me. You guys are not, he throwing me off. You guys are not going to believe me when I say this. In this next clip, Aiden Ross is the voice of reason. When Aiden Ross is the voice of reason in any fucking relationship, yeah, that's bad. That's very bad. Let's listen. So, Sneako has Aiden Ross on FaceTime, and Aiden Ross is currently speaking to Ye.
Said like Hitler was a good leader. It's like you breaking curses of generational pain.
Yeah, but you would understand more than anyone. When I said Hitler was a good leader, the definition of like a prominent leader, you know what I mean? Like he dominated, he did what he did as a leader. That doesn't mean he's a good person, but he.
Okay, first things first. Why the fuck do we constantly have to have this conversation about Hitler? If you do not agree that Hitler was a terrible person, then you yourself are a terrible person. This man was literally trying to commit genocide. In what world is that good? You cannot explain to me. I don't care how many Jewish individuals you think he did or didn't kill. He killed a lot in mass. I don't give a fuck what you think. There's no way that you can, after someone does something so disgusting, diabolical, so heinous as killing or as like trying to commit a genocide on a group of people. After doing that, there's no way that you can say, oh no, Hitler is just misunderstood. Nigga, how? I don't understand. Oh wait, I guess if you're anti-Semitic and you want to blame the Jews for everything like Myron, then whatever. But we need to stop having this dumbass conversation. Please.
He led a mass majority of people to believing something or believing some type of leadership, whatever he was preaching. So that's why I give him his flowers for that. But
wow.
He's a horrible person.
Shout out to Chris for the $2 super chat. Why these goofballs always hard for Hitler? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I appreciate you, Chris.
I'm not here. I'm not here to argue that. I'm here to offer you. I mean, no. We could go into that conversation, and we go into that conversation now.
Well,
I never met him in real life.
No shit, you never met him. Duh.
I know you didn't meet him. I know, but Ye, do you think that Hitler?
Wait, time out. That response itself was crazy. Oh, well, I never met him. Do you think you have had to meet Hitler in order to ascertain that he was a terrible person? What the fuck? What kind of levels of stupid is this? What is going on?
Hitler would have liked you for being black.
Right.
Yeah.
Yo, that long ass pause. Hold up. Let me go back.
I think that Hitler would. I know you didn't meet him. I know, but Ye, do you think that Hitler would have liked you for being black?
Yeah, I think.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. Are you serious? Yeah, ain't no way that you genuinely believe that Adolf Hitler would have a liking to you. Ain't no way. There is no way in hell that you actually think that. You would be in the goddamn gas chambers with the Jews. Are you kidding me? What makes you think Hitler liked you? What? What makes you think Hitler would have liked you? That is crazy. And also, this is how you know how fucking narcissistic Ye is. He thinks he's so great that anybody and everybody just has to like him. Like that is different types of narcissist. That is wild. That is a new level. To think that you're so great to the point that one of the world's most evil, heinous people to ever exist, Adolf Hitler, would like you. That is a different type of narcissism that I cannot even fathom at this point.
He would have. I would have been one of the scientists that America ended up cleaning up and bringing in and having served America after the fact. Like I'm one of the scientists, so he loves scientists.
What the fuck? I don't even. What was that? How do you? I have a headache. How do you even argue with people like Ye? I can't even fathom what the hell he's talking. Because what kind of response was that? You can give this nigga facts and he's going to say some dumb shit like that. I can't say anything at that point. What are you talking about?
Well, yeah. I mean, you are very creative and you're an artist and.
Wait a second. Come on, so I'm not a scientist?
No. What?
Well, you're very smart. You're brilliant. But
okay, so now we're in a good place. Now, next subject.
There is no way that. What the fuck? I genuinely don't know what to say. Chat, I think this is one of the first times that I'm like genuinely I'm flabbergasted. I don't know what to say. Like I feel like Kanye's cousin right now. I'm blown. I don't know. I don't know. Shout out to Chris for the $5 super chat. They clearly have never taken a college course on Stalinism or communism because they would know Hitler believed in living. Right. You're absolutely right. Oh my gosh. Yo, what's up, Random? Wow, man. Yeah, man. I'm blown.
All right, well, what's the next subject? What else?
The subject is, I'm offering you. We got.
Jesus Christ! Can you imagine? Can you imagine trying to debate somebody like Ye? that would be the biggest shit show on earth. I don't think I could ever. Okay, now, with all of that being said, now we can watch the Piers Morgan video. Jesus, man. How long have I'm like 16 minutes into this shit, and my head is already throbbing. Random said, being here is truly random because I never work first shift, but easy. Oh my gosh. Yo. Man, oh man. This man made graduation. You know what? I think that's the part that really hurts. Because there was only, when I was a kid, besides my immediate family, like I looked up to both of my brothers. I looked up to my father, of course. There was one point where I wanted to be a firefighter. Like my dad was a firefighter for over 30 years. He's retired now. Kanye West was the only like celebrity that I legit looked up to, not only because of not only because his music, but his attitude, bro. Like this man made you feel like he could conquer the world and do anything. Like he was so goddamn resilient, and I already had a piece of that in me because my mother is somebody that's super stubborn and resilient. But then I looked at Ye and I was like, oh shit, he really took that to another level. So to see him in this state, it really is heartbroken, bro. It really is. Yo, shout out to Albert for the $10 super chat. God damn, appreciate you, bro. What's good, Kilowatts? What's up, man? That's funny. Some people used to call me that in high school. Oh man. All right. Whew. Let's move on to this Piers Morgan video. That should be.
2 years ago, I interviewed Kanye Ye West on Uncensored after he'd made global headlines for anti-Semitic outbursts. Most outrageously, he tweeted that he wanted to go DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. It was a heated interview. It was a long interview. I held him to account. I told him his remarks were offensive. He'd caused many people a lot of pain. And he gave me some back.
Random said, I just noticed the t-shirt. Yeah, bro, I had to. I am very petty. Extremely petty.
He called me a Karen. Fair enough, I can take it. At least we had a mostly grown-up conversation. These constant tirades, Ye, against
I couldn't
Jewish
watch
people.
this. It was way too long.
Have you felt my pain yet? You haven't felt my pain.
You
don't want to feel my pain.
Well, no, hang
you don't
on.
hold You don't hold accountability to my pain. You're being a Karen.
Do you believe?
I want a lot of people like Ye and a lot of people on the right to look up the word accountability, because a lot of people have been using this word incorrectly as of late. I see what you did there, Nicole. La 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 la. Wait till I get my money right. Yeah, I see what you did there.
That you have any form of mental illness?
I believe that I suffered from exhaustion. I suffered from being lied to constantly by the people around me, by my management, by my ex-wife.
Do you still love Kim?
I absolutely I'll love her for life.
That interview lasted 2 hours in the end. We covered a lot of ground. There were moments of tension and moments, I think, of mutual understanding. Yeah, he got up and walked off at one point, but he had to think about what he wanted to say, and then he came back and he said it.
And we'll have the top lawyers like a Johnny Cochran, Robert Kardashian level legal team.
This was like a year or two ago, Nicole. But yes, exactly. Loves her, but she corny. Right. Yeah, exactly.
You know, looking at all of these contracts together. After that moment happens, then
What's up, South Son? You always look homeless.
I'm sorry.
Okay, if that's your position. That's clear.
Interview adjourned. Love you.
He walked off and came back.
Yeah, thanks for sitting back down. I'll change the subject now. Obviously, I have no idea what's going on in this guy's head, and he's unquestionably a genius artist with a global fan base. And
No. Let's stop right there. We can no longer call Kanye West was a genius musically, but I don't I don't know why people are just now calling him a genius in general, but he usually doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Musically, even now, musically, he's not a genius because he's been putting out a lot of bullshit. I would say at least Donda, I didn't care for the album too much, but at least I had some songs on there that I could actually listen to. I had songs on there that I actually liked. But everything after The Life of Pablo, it just went downhill. It went downhill, but he's no longer a genius because the shit that he's been putting out as of recent, it's been exactly that. Fucking dog shit. Have you guys ever smelled dog shit on a hot summer day and it was just steaming on the sidewalk? That is the music that Ye has been putting out as of recent. It is fucking terrible. It is terrible. I would rather listen to my grandmother farting in a megaphone 10 times in a row before I listen to this new shit that Ye is putting out. Yo, shout out to Ken. I'm going to just call you Ken for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much, man. Honestly, if the Jews are able to hold you back this much, it sounds like a you problem. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Agreed.
Talent. He's lived most of his life under the
What's up,
microscope
Ashley?
of intense fame, and that pressure alone can make people behave very oddly. Back then, I was trying to understand if Ye had any regret or remorse for what could have been a relatively isolated incident or some kind of episode. I wanted to know if he understood there are consequences for his words and whether he was genuinely a racist. What we now know is just the tip of the iceberg. As far as the watching public is concerned, Ye has spiraled in both his personal life and his business life. Most recently, he's taken to posting endless, outrageous anti-Semitic slurs on X. He frequently professes his great love for Adolf Hitler. He poses in swastikas and cake.
I'm sorry. The clanhood really threw me off, but this is the only time that I'm going to say this, but I would have loved to been in DJ Academic's shoes at this point, because when this nigga walked around the corner with this shit on, come on, bro, I would have died. Everybody in the chat, y'all can't say y'all wouldn't have laughed. I would have why are you wearing that?
KK costumes. He says things like Jews were better as slaves and they should be whipped. We all know this because X has allowed him to carry on doing it to his 33 million followers. I've argued for a long time his account should be shut down. It should be stopped. That's my opinion. I believe passionately in free speech and I detest censorship because I believe in the importance of sharing honestly held opinions in a democracy. But posting endless, vile, anti-Semitic insults, encouraging violence against Jewish people in these unhinged tirades on a privately owned platform has got nothing to do with free speech. I invited him back.
I mean, I agree. Shut up, Moosey. This is everybody. Everybody wants to claim free speech. We want to be able to say the N-word, goddammit. Yeah! Everybody wants to say free speech. I have the right to say these things. Okay, well, you also you're going to receive consequences for your actions, for your words. You're also going to receive consequences. And also, I'm so sick of this fucking free speech conversation, because a lot of you don't even want free speech. A lot of you just want to fucking be edgy on a platform where everybody else is, where there are like-minded people that are stroking your ego because they have the same small brain as you do, and you just want to just upset some people and have this rage bait content for whatever the fuck reason. You do not care about free speech. You just want to say the N-word because it's edgy.
At least on my show, I can call him out for what he's been doing and put myself in between the 33 million followers who see his post without any challenge whatsoever. Our producer spotted that he was in Spain with his friend Sneako, and we invited both of them on for an interview. They very quickly agreed, and Sneako spent several days talking about it, but they mucked us around, a significant expense both in time and money to me, my crew in Spain, and my team here in London. More importantly, he didn't turn up yesterday and said wanted to do it today. So it seemed to me then it might all just be a stunt. But I went ahead and said, okay.
No. Yo, Piers, it's not even a stunt, bro. Sorry, I'm pausing so much because a lot of people, even though this is a fucking commentary channel, there are going to be a lot of people, because I'm going to repost this video. There are going to be a lot of people in the comments saying, you posting too much. Why you posting so much? Because this is a commentary channel. I fucking talk. But Piers, this has nothing to do with this being a stunt. This has everything to do with Ye not respecting other people, and he thinks everybody should respect him only, and he thinks of himself as a god, like legit. He thinks he could do whatever the fuck he wants to do. He's not nice, he's not kind, he's not polite. He's just super fucking narcissistic, and he thinks people should operate on his time.
Well, another go today. Ye told
what's
Sneako
up,
not to
Lexi?
be offended if he stormed off very shortly before today's interview started. You can judge for yourself how it went and whether Ye has any respect or, frankly, any marbles. I'm not a shrink. But if you're so delusional...
Shout out to South Sun for the $4.99 super chat. They don't want free speech. They want the freedom to hate with no consequences. Bingo. Couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you, man. Appreciate
fragile, you don't expect a journalist to ask you questions about your publicly stated love of Hitler. You should probably talk to somebody other than me.
Facts.
What followed, frankly, was a farce.
I'm getting you multi-tracks right now. I'm about to step in this interview, but I can hop back on in about whenever it's done. That nuance right there, it's idiotic. It just shows the hate that you put out for people that put love. There's so much love in the art that I put out.
You respect?
So many,
what are you talking about?
We have to admit this is somewhat entertaining. You know, this is going to be
when Piers says, "What the fuck are you? What are you talking about?" You know it's bad. I cannot wait to hear this conversation.
It's not what I expected.
I'm so excited.
That was funny.
Ye West is rarely out of the headlines at the moment. It's fair to say the headlines are...
Shout out to Chris for the $5 super chat. I don't even see white rappers who rap with the N-word complain about free speech as much as these Mitches.
Really rarely positive. The rapper, producer, and fashion designer is currently working on a new album. Several new tracks were previewed on a recent live stream with his friend Sneako. And both Sneako and Ye join me now. Well, welcome to Uncensored. Ye, we haven't spoken for a while. How are you?
I'm doing good. I don't use the term West, you know, the whole drop the slave name idea.
Wait a minute,
Okay.
wait a minute, wait.
Sneako and Ye join me next. Were previewed on a recent live stream with his friend Sneako. Are equally rarely positive. The rapper, producer, and fashion designer is currently working on a new album. Several new tracks were previewed on a recent live stream with his friend Sneako. And both Sneako and Ye join me now. Well, welcome to Uncensored.
Did he say West? I'm sorry, chat.
Shrink. But if you're so delusional or fragile, you don't expect a journalist to ask you questions about your publicly stated love of Hitler, you should probably talk to somebody other than me. What followed, frankly, was a farce.
I'm getting you multi-tracks right now.
But that's all he did.
I'm about to step in this interview, but I can hop back on in about whenever it's done. That nuance right there, it's idiotic.
I gotta listen.
It just shows the hate that you put out for people that put love. There's so much love in the art that I put out.
You respect? What are you talking about?
We have to admit this is somewhat entertaining. You know, this is going to be laughed at by many people. It's not what I expected,
what's entertaining?
That was funny.
Ye West is rarely out of the headlines at the moment. It's fair to say the headlines are equally rarely positive. The rap.
Did he really get irritated by that? He got irritated because Piers referred to him as Ye West. Bro, the world has known you as Kanye West for decades. And you just recently, within the past, 3 years or so, you just recently changed your name to Ye. And he said, oh, no, I dropped the slave name. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. I can't imagine dropping my last name because it's my last name. It's a part of who the fuck I am. So to say, no, that's my slave name. What the fuck are you talking about?
A producer and fashion designer is currently working on a new album. Several new tracks were previewed on a recent live stream with his friend Sneako. And both Sneako and Ye join me now. Well, welcome to Uncensored. Ye, we haven't spoken for a while.
What's
How
up,
are
AW?
You?
I'm doing good. I don't use the term West, you know, the whole drop the slave name idea.
Okay, so we just call you Ye, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, look.
Okay.
When I last interviewed, we had a long conversation. And since then, a lot has happened in your life. And so I'm grateful for the opportunity to try and talk to you about some of this. How would you say your life is at the moment?
I mean, you see that view?
Yeah. Your life is good?
Well, judge it on the view as the answer.
Answer the goddamn question. How is life? How are you doing? Are you doing okay? Just be like, yeah, Piers, everything is great. I'm doing fine. That's all you have to say. Why the fuck? you see the view, don't you? The view speaks for itself. Nigga, talk. You literally agreed to do this interview. If you don't want to fucking talk, then why did you do this interview? Like, what the fuck? Cut this shit. Please.
How my life is. Judge me by the view.
Well, the view is Mallorca. I've been there. It's a beautiful place. And for all intents and purposes, you seem very relaxed and happy. That is in direct contrast to your public image at the moment over the last couple of years, led by your ferocious... Well, hang on, let me finish the question. Led by your ferocious use of...
No, but I already disagree. It's not in contrast. There's so many people and artists that are championing the idea of someone being able to just express who they really are and have been able to go through the war of being attacked by the banks, being attacked, by the banks. That's the best way to put it, being attacked by the banks.
Everything is about money. But I have a great question, all right? Why the fuck is Sneako here? Why is he... Hold on, let me move the chat. I'm going to move the chat, actually. And I'm going to make myself smaller. Why is Sneako here?
Still be here with this view is, that's the win. So I think I'm in contrast to your contrast.
Okay, but the point I was going to make is that I watch what you put out on X. You got 32 million followers, so you're one of the most followed people.
See, wait. Now look right now. You're not gonna take inches off my dick, bro. Like, how many followers?
I don't... There are so many jokes that I could make right now. There are so many jokes that I can make right now. But I guess I'm mainly just fucking really frustrated. All right? Because he said, you taking inches off my dick. First of all, if anybody took inches off your dick, it was your cousin when y'all was sucking each other off and he bit... Sorry. See, that's me. Bad. See, I ain't have to say that. Look. He is so proud of his goddamn Twitter following. So proud that if somebody gets the exact number wrong, he is going to have a temper tantrum. I'm going to rewind it back just a tad.
People.
See, wait. Now look.
Okay, but the point I was going to make is that I watch what you put out on X. You got 32 million followers. So you're
okay.
One of the most...
All right. Let's stop right there. Piers said he has 32 million followers on X, right? Let's see how many followers Ye has. This shit better not fucking say 33 million, okay? Because whether it's 32 or 33, they're both fucking impressive. If you tell me you have 1 million followers on X, I'm gonna be like, damn, that's crazy. Anything after 1 million, you're good. No one cares, bro. Fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? 33.3 million. He said 32. He said 32. That's not that much of a difference, chat. 32. Do you guys honestly, be honest, do you give a fuck if somebody has 32 million followers or 33 million followers as opposed to 32 or vice versa? Who the fuck cares? Who cares? Shut up, Moosey.
Just follow people.
See, wait. Now look right now. You're not gonna take inches off my dick, bro. Like, how many followers do I have?
Well, how many is it?
I think you could do the study. You got a whole staff over there.
I thought
It's not important, okay? This is It's not important. You have. I wonder if he would have been angry if Piers was like, he has over 30 million Twitter followers. It's fucking semantics at this point. Who cares?
22 million. How many is it? You obviously know.
I mean, no. I mean, don't help them.
Oh, my bad. Shout out to Chad Harvey for the $2 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. Pause. Riley Freeman voice. Sorry, yo. Ye got me fucked up right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm told it's 33 million now. So congratulations. You're slightly bigger following than I thought.
No, congratulations. Your information is correct. You're not just some, dude trying to sub. I'm a gift, bro. You know what I mean? Why do all you people in media act like you haven't played my songs at your weddings or graduations or at funerals or when your child was born?
What?
You take somebody that's living like a Lennon, a Michael Jackson, and you just take all this time to just, like, that nuance right there. It's idiotic. It just shows the hate that you put out for people that put love. There's so much love in
What the fuck are you talking? What is he talking about? Even Sneako is confused. Look at his stupid face. Even he's confused. Because what are you actually talking about? This is just a rant. You know what this is? This is a nigga that need his medicine. God. Shout out to Hugh for the super chat. Would Kanye and Myron be friends IRL? I don't know, nor do I care. God, but thank you so much for the super chat. What the fuck?
What do you respect? What are you talking about? I haven't said anything.
What are you talking about? It's 30. Okay, now you're not taking accountability or responsibility.
I've literally, you said it. You implied I haven't played your music. Of course I played your music.
No, sir. This is what you get for now. We can circle back when you can count.
Okay.
And that's why he walked off. That's why he walked off, bro. Because he got his Twitter following wrong. Are you fucking kidding me?
Where's he gone, Sneako?
Sneako don't know.
Yeah, that's it for Ye. But it's nice to meet you, Piers.
Where's he gone?
I think he's just going back to work. There's several things he's working on. I was not aware he was going to leave like this, but it seems like he got upset about the...
So it's all just a game, is it? Is that the idea?
Followers. I mean, life is a video game, is it?
No, I just wondered what the point of this exercise was. Was he supposed to do an interview or not?
Are you supposed to do an interview? But I mean, the amount of Twitter followers, something like that, it's patronizing for no reason. You said his name incorrectly. You know his name is Ye.
What the fuck? There is no way. There is no way. There is absolutely no way. There is no way that Sneako believes that Piers was purposely being patronizing. There is absolutely no way. Everybody was calling this man Kanye West for decades. He just changed his name. This is recent. This is not an old thing. There is no way that he said, oh, well, you're patronizing him. My nigga, how? It was probably a slip up. And that's why he say, okay, so we just call you Ye then. And even before that, I heard Piers refer to him as Ye even before he slipped up. It was probably just a genuine slip up. That's not patronizing. And also, me saying you have 32 million 32 million followers opposed to 33, that's not patronizing. That's me. I'm sorry. Ooh. I left off 1 million. You're not gonna cut off inches on my neck. You're not gonna cut off on my cousin's favorite dick. I went too far. Let's read these super chats, shall we? Shout out to Random University. Thank you so much, bro, for the $5 super chat. Myron, do you like women? Response: just look at her. Isn't she hot? My beautiful girlfriend who's a lesbian. It's the same when Ye gets questioned. Yes. No, dead ass. He's answering a question without a fucking question. Yes. God damn, I don't have no Yeezys on. Bro, I only have socks on right now. God damn, man. Play, Jasmine. No, Kemp, no. This is what we're not gonna do. I highly disagree, right? Because it is natural for someone to say your name incorrectly when they used to refer to you as something else. That's totally fine, right? All you have to do is correct them a polite way and say, "Oh no, you know what, man? My name is Ye now. Like, my name is Ye." And for the Twitter following thing, who gives a fuck? It's not that big of a deal for you to. That's not big of a, like, you should not throw a temper tantrum, because somebody got your goddamn Twitter following wrong. Who cares? Like, you are an actual child. There's no way that you think that's okay. There is absolutely no way. And you know what? It's crazy because most people probably wouldn't even know how many followers they have. They probably wouldn't know. They probably wouldn't even correct them. The fact that is in the back of Ye's mind says a lot. Oh, I got 33 million followers on Twitter. He is fucking proud of that for some random reason. He is a true narcissist, bro. It's not even the fact of, oh, you have a studio of people to get this stuff right. You should have got it right. Look, the name of his children, the name of his ex-wife, the name of his current wife, the name of the people around him. These are important things that you should know. The name of his albums, the name of his songs that are currently coming out. Those are the things that you should remember, that you should. Everything else is not that fucking important. It's not. And we deadass can excuse him slipping up with the name. We can. Shout out to Tyra for the $9.99 super chat. We appreciate you. Shout out to you and everyone in the chat. Thank you so much. Jesus Christ.
This is very public about that. Hopefully we could do it. I think this was good. We were prepared for a good interview. But come on, you know what you were doing.
What do you think I'm doing?
See?
I think you were trying to patronize very intentionally by getting those two things, under his skin. Maybe it could have been about past interviews or because of what happened yesterday. But, I mean, this information is not that difficult to get right.
Sneako is doing tricks on it. Sneako went on top of the tight ropes, right? Jumped off of them bitches, did a split on the dick. No pause. He is doing tricks on this shit. He has Ye's dick so far deep down his throat that Ye's cousin is jealous. I have never seen. This is elite dick sucking right here. I shouldn't even be able to have this up on YouTube. This is Olympic style dick sucking, bro. I am impressed. I'm super impressed. Bouncing on that shit. Wow. Sneako is currently holding his fucking ankles. Wow. Before I go on, shout out to the chat. Had 100 people in here. Appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to the chat. Thank you so much. Make sure you guys like the video if you haven't liked it already. Thank you so much for pulling up on a Thursday. Shut up, Moosey.
Yeah, we called him Ye, and we got his Twitter following count wrong by 1 million.
Right.
From 32 to 33
Who the
million.
fuck cares?
Also, for the record, you guys dicked us around yesterday, and you seem to find that very entertaining and amusing in your live stream, which I'm sure you will now. You kept all my crew in Spain and here waiting, and then wasted their time.
Wow.
And then you got us all back now, and you've wasted our time again.
Wow.
And you again may find that funny and entertaining, and that's fine. I don't. I think it's a total waste of everyone's time and effort and money.
Well, I mean, it is. I was ready for the interview yesterday, too. My time is important as well. Regardless if it was wasted, we have to admit this is somewhat entertaining. This is going to be laughed at by many people.
What's entertaining?
I'm not. I mean, I don't fucking think it's funny. I promise you, I don't. It's not funny. This is a grown ass man throwing a fucking temper tantrum because he has such a huge ego. He's throwing a temper tantrum because you got his Twitter following wrong. This is not funny. This is fucking sad. I am looking at a shell of a man right now. A shell of a man who I used to admire as a child. Shout out to South Sun for the $1.99 super chat. He says, I pray to find a woman who can slob like Sneako. Facts.
That was funny. That's undeniably walking off right into the beginning of an interview is funny.
Yeah. Out of interest,
subjective.
What do you do with him?
Yeah. Oh, I can tell you, he do the same thing his cousin used to do. Same exact thing. Except Sneako takes it a few steps further. All right? Few steps. Sneako, I heard Sneako went on a plane, right? I heard he specifically got a plane. And he jumped out of said plane, parachuted into Spain while Ye was in a field, butt-ass naked. Sneako had to direct himself with said parachute to land directly on Kanye's dick. That is what Sneako does for Ye. Shout out to Ken for the $4.99 super chat. Sneako finna to slob like it'll give him the rest of his black. Damn, that's crazy.
I'm working on several films right now. I am streaming out here. I'm editing, and I work on things behind the scenes, some inspiration for art. I'm just there to...
Hold up. Let's rewind that back.
I am streaming out here. I'm editing.
Editing.
And I work on things behind the scenes.
Okay, so he's streaming for himself. He's editing for himself.
Inspiration for art. I'm just
inspiration for art. You know what that means? Sneako is doing dog shit. Sneako isn't doing anything. He's just fucking there.
To try to help fulfill his vision.
Well, let me ask you the questions I would have asked him. So, I mean, out of interest, what is with his obsession with Hitler? Why is he so rampantly
Sneako has the same obsession.
I'm not going to answer questions on his behalf.
Well, you're going to have to because he's not there.
Questions on his behalf.
He's not there.
What's that?
He's not there. Literally, he's dropping a track today called Heil Hitler. Why are you happy to be associated with somebody like that, out of interest?
I'm not going to speak on his art and his vision while
I'm
he's
asking
not
you.
here.
He's asking you, dickhead.
I'm happy to be associated with somebody who most of the world believes is now a rampant anti-Semite.
Well, you're associated as well. Your show's called Piers Morgan Uncensored.
Yeah.
You tried to get him censored on X. And here you are on the days we're going to release this song doing an interview with him. So we're all involved here. It's not like I'm the only one complicit.
Yeah, the reason I wanted to get him on was because I don't think anyone holds him to account for anything he does on X. And in fact, he deliberately breaches all of X's rules, and yet he does it with impunity and is allowed to do it, whereas millions of other accounts get suspended for far less offences. So I was going to ask him directly, which is why I mentioned his X following. I was going to ask him about what he puts on X and why he does this, why he continually attacks Jewish people, why he continually celebrates Adolf Hitler. And then I'm curious about, given he's not there, can't answer these questions, what your association is with this guy and whether you're comfortable to be associated with somebody who most people consider to be an anti-Semite.
I think I just answered this question. And these are good questions. I think I just answered half.
We haven't answered the question.
When someone says, "Oh, these are really good questions," they're still thinking on how to answer the question. They don't have a fucking answer.
What? I mean, if I did, you said, "What are you doing out here?" And I said, "I'm doing films and I'm recording behind the scenes and I'm streaming and I'm editing and helping fulfill his vision."
Have you been helping him with the track Heil Hitler?
No, I don't. I'm not a music guy. And if you wanted to get questions about his Twitter or X correct, then you should have got the number of followers correct. That was something intentional that you knew what you were doing.
He's still doing tricks on it. God damn, he's still at it, chat. He really want that Ye nut. He does. He working harder than his cousin. He is really working for this shit. Ye must be paying Sneako a fucking bag, because I do hear that Ye is a trick. Allegedly. He must be giving Sneako a fucking bag right now, because that's crazy.
I got
if you
the
know
size
everything
of his dick
about what
wrong.
he's
Is that
tweeting,
what you say?
Well, if you know everything else that he's tweeting, you should have got that right as well.
Oh, don't be so pathetic, Sneako. Honestly,
Very
what
dramatic.
you're trying to do
Also, keep in mind, this is somebody who was a part of the Red Pill movement. This is somebody who considers himself to be stoic, and he practiced stoicism. This is somebody who's supposed to be a manly man. Okay? This is real bitch behavior. You a bitch. Like, there's no way that you are this fucking sensitive. You are a whole bitch. Both of you. Ye and Sneako. Bitches. Acted bitches.
is you're trying to get good content which will promote you, Sneako. And I'm just curious how you, Sneako, deal with the fact that you are so openly associating yourself
You asked
now
that question
with
a few
somebody
times,
who
and
seems to
because you still can't answer it.
Adolf Hitler and is pro the Nazis. Do you feel comfortable about that?
No, we worship God. There's a
No,
if
no,
you're gonna
he
say it's
worships
pathetic
Adolf
that
Hitler.
I'm here promoting.
Oh, wait a minute. Y'all, wait a minute. Whoa. Look, this could be me being petty, but shouldn't Sneako say Allah? I mean, yes, I know what Allah means, but he'd be like Allah and not just straight up God. This is interesting. Is Sneako going to revert to Christianity now? That's interesting.
Yes, we could talk about how
He
pathetic it
worships
is that
Adolf Hitler.
you were essentially working for Israel up until a couple months ago and
Really?
promoting
When was I
things
working for Israel?
like genocide and not pushing back.
When was I working for Israel?
If it's pathetic to make films behind the scenes of one of the greatest living artists, probably the greatest living artist, you think
Well,
that's
he
pathetic?
certainly was.
You point the finger
He
at you and
certainly
say it's
was a
pathetic
great.
as well.
He was a great artist. Unfortunately, he's become a rampant anti-Semite who adores Adolf Hitler, embraces Nazism, uses swastikas,
I'm pretty sure he says he loves
to
everyone.
sell his
I'm not
merchandise,
gonna speak
and
for
has a
him,
new
but
record out called Heil Hitler. So forgive me if I don't currently
the
see
song is
him
not. I mean,
as one of the
everything you're
world's
saying
great
in this question
artists.
is incorrect.
Yeah.
They correct
But I
him.
don't see
Everything
him.
you're saying in this question is incorrect.
Sorry?
The song isn't out. The song isn't out for one, and two, he says he loves everyone. He says he loves Jews. He says he loves Hitler. He says he loves everybody. But
Really?
this
So
could
when he
yeah,
says,
just-
let me ask you, given you're the one sitting there, he said Jews were better as slaves. You have to put your Jews in their place and make them into your slaves.
Woo! 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 Whoa there. When the fuck did he say this? I wasn't privy to this information. God damn. When did Ye say that? I wonder how Sneako is going to get out of this one. Let's watch, shall we?
Make your Jews work for you, but watch them as close
And
as
he's
you
laughing.
can. Whip the Jews. You
If
comfortable?
he says it's just a joke, I promise you I'm going to crash the fuck out.
with that, Sneako?
I think I find it funny. That's not something that I would do personally. I don't whip
You think it's
anybody.
funny,
I
do you?
don't,
Whipping
condone
Jews?
slavery.
Using Jews as slaves? You think that's
I
funny?
think the context of that is funny. Yeah.
What's
And
the
also
humor?
to
I'm
remove
missing-
any sense of
What's
humor.
the
from that
context?
is
What's the
ridiculous.
humor?
I mean, do you want me to break down a joke for you?
Shout out to Chris for the $2 super chat. Does him and Ye realize Jesus was a Jew? They have to.
You think it's a joke, do you, about whipping Jews?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a joke because I've been here for a couple weeks and he hasn't whipped any Jews.
Really? So because he hasn't actually whipped any yet,
Yeah,
that's a joke.
He really has.
Yeah.
Really has. But Piers, before I leave, I don't want to speak on his behalf. If you're agreeing
But what
that
choice
he's
do we
the
have? You
greatest
set
living
this
artist
thing.
right now,
You set this farce up. He's dicked us around. You're the one left, so you're going to have to be accountable for him. Unless you want to walk
And
away.
Sneako, how the fuck do you feel now? How does your dumb ass feel now? Because you look stupid. Not only do you look stupid, you ruined your relationship with Piers Morgan. Guess what? You are never going to have an opportunity to work on this platform again because you dicked this man around. Because you wanted to suck Ye off so bad.
Too.
Accountable? What do you want to hold me accountable?
If you don't want to answer questions either, you are free to stand up and walk away like a little sniveling
Well, you can ask
coward.
questions.
Facts.
If you have questions for me, then I'll feel
You
free
know
to
what? Here's
answer
my
those.
question
But
for
just
you.
as, when it comes to Ye,
Why is your mate Ye
is this
such
whole
a...
thing going to be interrupting, or
Why is your mate
this whole
Ye-
thing just
why-
going to be
look,
interrupting,
mate,
or do you want me to speak at all?
Bitch, you on my platform. The fuck? I'm trying to ask you a question. What the fuck? Like...
Sounding like Andrew Tate Light, like his annoying little younger brother we never knew about.
Ah!
Okay? Doesn't work with me. Okay? You set this thing up. It's obviously some kind of elaborate prank.
Okay,
that you're
your
pulling
team asked
with
me to
your
do
mate
this.
Ye.
If you want to be
But given that
Netanyahu
you-
Light on TV,
But given you want to make, given
if you want to be
okay,
Dave
you think it's all
Portnoy with the
funny,
suit,
it's fine.
then sure. If you want to do ad hominem attacks, then why invite someone on your show? I set this up because your team asked me to do it. I did everything that I could. If I knew that this would, I'm not here wasting your time. You're angry at me for setting up an interview that you wanted. If you have questions for me, I'm happy to answer those. If you want-
He wanted an interview. He's not getting the interview, fucking stupid. He's not getting it because Ye walked off. You can't, you want to talk, Ye want to talk about accountability. You want to talk about accountability. Like Piers said, you dicked him around and now he's not getting a Ye interview. What don't you, of course he is pissed off. He has every reason to be pissed off. You are wasting this man's time, stupid. It's not that hard. It's not. It's not that hard at all.
keep doing insults, there's no point in me being here.
Why did Ye stand up like a sniveling little coward and walk away before I could ask him difficult questions?
For the third time, Piers, I don't know if you have a hearing problem, but I'm not going to answer questions on another man's behalf. But
Really?
thank you for
Even though
having
you
me. If
set
would
up
like
the
to talk
interview with
one-on-one
him.
another time, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's
thank
done
you.
him for me? He's a sniveling little coward. And he's an anti-Semite and a Hitler worshipper. That's what I would have asked him if he'd had the balls to sit there and take the questions. And there you are, proudly associating yourself with him. Good luck to you, Sneako. Everyone can see you for what you are.
A bitch.
Piers Morgan Uncensored is proudly
A
independent.
bitch. A whole bitch. Sneako is a bitch. Whole bitch. Not half. Not a quarter. Not a third. Whole bitch. God, man. I cannot believe. You know what? There was one point where I thought Sneako was on like this redemption arc. I really thought he was on his way. He was making these cool, 1 minute Instagram short videos, and they were, they were shot very well. They were edited very well. I mean, half the shit he was saying, or all of it, I disagree with, but I admit they were creative and they were shot very well. I thought Sneako was on his way to redemption. I thought he was going to be in his own lane. But here he goes again. Being a grifter. Grifting into the next thing. On to the next person. Being the fucking leech that he is. Constantly sucking somebody else off. He cannot be his own man. He constantly has to be under somebody else's umbrella. Jesus Christ. Sneako is in his mid-20s. I can't imagine what he's going to be like when he's in his 40s. I can't imagine. This is a sad man. He's still trying to find an identity. He's still looking. I found my identity in high school. Probably even in middle school, actually. It is an actual shame that he still has not found himself in his fucking mid to late 20s. There is no hope for Sneako at all. He's constantly going to be up under somebody because he doesn't know how to stand on his own. He doesn't know how to. He doesn't know how to be his own man. Because I don't even think, I could be wrong, but I don't even think Sneako believes half of the shit that he says. He doesn't believe half of the shit that comes out of his mouth. He's just trying to appease whoever he's around at this point. Whether it's to make them laugh, whether it's for a compliment, or whatever the fuck, or just be inspiration. Sneako ain't doing shit. Ye just having him around because he like having him around. Because he can control Sneako. He literally told him, yo, cut your hair. What kind of gay shit is that? You want to be controlled by a grown-ass man? Yo, you might as well wore a gimp suit on that goddamn interview. You should have had one of them balls in your mouth that you tie from the back, since you want to be Ye's BDSM slave so bad. All right, I'm done. I promise I'm done. We off Sneako, but he's forever going to be on Ye's dick, just like Ye's cousin. Anyway, all right, let's move on, shall we? Let's move the fuck on. Yeah, what did I miss? You missed a lot. You missed a whole lot. All right, you missed a lot, but no worries, because I am going to. I mean, you can obviously rewatch the stream, but I am going to repost this as a video tomorrow. But you missed a lot. Whew. Boy, oh boy. All right, next thing. All right, let's talk about this very briefly. So, mediocre tutorials and reviews. If you guys do not know him, if you guys do not know him, he basically, I want to call him Red Pill, but not really. He's like Red Pill adjacent. He's Red Pill without all the other bullshit that I talk about. I actually do not mind MTR. I have no issues with MTR. I can disagree with him, during some points, but he's not like a fresh and fit. All right, that much I can say. He recently posted this video that says, "Pop the Balloon claimed all my videos. Here's my response." And this is interesting because, Arlette did the same thing to my videos as well. So Arlette has copyright claimed all my videos of me reacting to her content, which is fine. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's totally fine. I'll give you my 2 cents on it, and then I'll listen to what MTR has to say. It is fair use. It is fair use. I could fight it, but honestly, it really isn't worth it at this point. And it's just not worth it. But it most definitely is 1,000% fair use. If they were making a lot more money than what they made, then I would. I mean, don't get me wrong. $50 here, maybe. Like I think the Dr. Elon video made 100, if I'm not mistaken. But it's not like the views were continuing to pour in, so it's no harm, no foul for me. But I would say this to Arlette because apparently she recently signed with like some sort of like agency, YouTube agency, and they're the ones that copyright claimed my content on her behalf. So this is what I'm going to say to Arlette. Arlette, be very careful. Tread carefully, because commentary channels and reactionary content is one of the reasons as to why Pop the Balloon has become what it has become today. Not saying that you haven't had a successful model, because you do. You run a great show, and I love your show, and I'm going to continue to watch your stuff. I'm just going to watch it with, under the pretenses that I know my video is going to get demonetized. Like if I watch a Pop the Balloon video, then I know I'm not going to make any money from it, and that's whatever. That's fine. I would take a claim over a strike any day. So that's fine. But again, I would say this. Just like I said before, be careful. Reactionary and commentary channels have made this shit popping. You do not want to stifle these people. You do not want to make these people stop reacting to your content, because it's going to stop bringing attention to your own platform. It's not doing you any harm. It's only bringing more attention to your content, because a lot of these people see some of these other content creators react to this Pop the Balloon content, and then they'll watch your content for more videos, because they know there are going to be more situations that were as egregious as the situation that we were reacting to, or what have you. So I would just say, just tread very lightly here. I'm not tripping. I don't really care. Yes, Random University said the same exact thing. Do not make the same mistake that Jubilee made. But I would say Jubilee took it a step further. I can't even watch a Jubilee video without my stream stopping. I can't. But anyway, let's listen to what MTR has to say about this situation. Blue Eagle, exactly. When are they going to learn it's free advertising? Exactly.
You guys look at the title of the video. You're looking at the thumbnail. I know why you here. You know what you came for, all right? Now, I just want to start this conversation before we get started and just let everybody out there know that I am not mad. Neither you should be mad at the decision that has been made here in regards to copyright claiming the content on their channel or on my channel or on anyone's channel that has reacted to the Pop the Balloon from Arlette's side. I just want to let you guys know that. Listen, as a YouTube commentary person, and I've been doing this now, I think it's going on 6 years at this particular junction, things like this is going to happen all of the time, all right? But to separate yourself from an average commentator to someone who is not just a hobby for them, right? This is something as they do for their place of business. You have to expect things like this to occur. So again, don't throw them any hate over there. We still love them, everything that they do over there. But, you know, just is what it is, right? And to a degree, it's been expected. We've gone through this timeless amount of times, an incredible amount of times before. And this is just another reminder that you have to diversify the type of content that you do, which
Thank you, Nicole. Nicole said she should say thank you because I didn't know what Pop the Balloon was until you reacted to it. That is literally a prime example. We are literally bringing traffic to your channel. Do not ruin it.
I mean, I have 4 or 5 years of equity up on this channel, even previous to reacting to Pop the Balloon content. But I love to be able to react to it because it served as the best place to demonstrate all of the things that we have talked about. We've gone in depth on the platform for the previous 5 to 6 years before that, and to watch live people dating live. Speed dating was just so many different talking points that you just couldn't get unless that platform was available. And then amongst the different Pop the Balloons, it is the one with the best quality. So at least at that junction. Nevertheless, though, I wanted to show you guys exactly what I just received. And, you know, I didn't take any notes regarding this video. I just wanted to just freestyle and just, you know, talk to you.
I will say that is what my emails look like as of right now. Not as much because I didn't react to as much Pop the Balloon content as MTR, but nah, dead ass. And it was gradual. It didn't all happen at once. It was gradual.
You guys, as if you were sitting right down in front of me, not only about the content portion, but then also what this means going into the future. So I just received in my email a slew of copyright claims, and it just continues to go on and on and on. I don't think I need to show anything else, but you can see the specific subject titles of the ones. So they're claiming not even just full episodes that we review that's still like live on the live tab on my YouTube channel, but they're also claiming
I find it very interesting that everybody in the chat is saying the same thing. Yeah, I watch other people react to it. By itself, it's boring. I find that very interesting. See, I mean, Arlette, you should listen.
Content
I'm not
that
even
was
trying to
cut
be messy.
up later, and I utilize it within fair use, right? I added my particular commentary or talking points on the clip, so they're actually claiming those as well. Now, there is, you know, a mixed view or a mixed opinion on this, right? So if you go through like a video like this, like let's say episode 34, this was on their side an hour's worth of content, and my whole live was 4 hours worth of content. All right, 1 hour to 4 hours, right? But I would say that that's a little bit more argumentative. Like we can have a conversation in regards to the reality of what that means, or should that be in fair use, or should that be claimed? But then they've also claimed
Random University. I would tend to like concur because this is a slew of copyright claims. Like he's made a lot of videos on Pop the Balloon. Yo, what's up, Lofton?
Well.
Lofton, you missed so much, bro.
Like in case any of you guys are interested in being content creators, or, you know, how is it that you can react, and we can go through all of that. Nevertheless, so when I originally got this, it was content owners and it was Future Limited. And I was like, who is that? Right. So then I clicked on view all actions, and this brings you actually up to the YouTube channel where it shows you the video copyright details. So in a video like this, so within this video, this woman, I discovered in the middle of the live stream that she had a whole OF account that she was hiding. Purposefully trying to hide. I found it in the middle of the stream, and that's what I titled the video, right? Now, me finding that, right, the work that was done in order to
Hold on, time out. Why did you care? Why did you go through these lengths to find out that she had an OnlyFans account? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure it was probably great for the live stream, but damn, I don't think I would care that much.
Right, like to find that piece of content. It's not something that was done previously, thus transforming the work, or at least that's the way that I think about it. Nevertheless, you see here that it cannot be monetized, and then the content used, and then it's some auto-generated asset with some letters and numbers after it. But you'll see over here there is a see details button. So let me click on that see details button, and then you'll see of this 20-minute content.
This is what I find weird, because I mean, the videos that she copyright claimed, they were like this in this fashion too. You would think she would copyright claim almost the entire video, right? But no, it would be like 30 seconds here, 20 seconds there, a minute there, 5 minutes there. It's weird.
Content, there is apparently like 45 seconds here, and then 2 to 3 minutes over here that is being claimed. And you'll see here the claimants are Future Limited, which is on behalf of Arlette Amuli. Okay. Now, I immediately Googled Future and saw that
I did the same.
That essentially, that they're
I did the same shit. As soon as I saw that, I said, "Who the fuck is Future Limited?" I haven't heard of them until now, but apparently, there are a decent amount of content creators that are signed under them.
A management company, right? So what it seems like, at least from my perspective, without having a conversation with anyone over there, is that they now have a management company, and the management company is doing claims on all of these videos. Now, commentators know when they see something like this, you can absolutely fight this, right? You can, but there's a lot of time associated with fighting and going back and forth and whether or not if you have a copyright lawyer. I'm not going to do none of that at all. I am greatly appreciative of the platform that they have created. I am greatly appreciative of the way that they've established themselves within the market, and they're sending a signal out that essentially is, hey, we don't want you reacting to our content. That means a lot.
So, yes and no. Yeah, yes and no. So, basically what they are saying when they're copyright claiming these content creators, they're saying, do not, if you react to our content, I mean, you can't monetize it. Like, you can't get paid off of it. That's basically, you can react to it, but you're not going to be able to get paid for it. Only Arlette is going to be able to get paid off of her own content. No other content creator should be able to get paid. So, to MTR's point, some people will probably deter some people from, reacting to excuse me, Jesus Christ, I can't talk. That will deter people from watching Pop the Balloon content. Damn, that sentence was whooping my ass.
Essentially, right? That means a lot. So I'm going to do
possibly,
what I think
Swami,
that I should do here, which is to respect that decision. Now, as it goes for Wednesday, Pop the Balloons, I still want to do them, right? But I think until further notice, until I find out more information, I'm going to try to react to other versions of Pop the Balloon in the meantime.
Ooh, Arlette. Did you hear what he just said? And this is a relatively big content creator too. You are pushing him to, because if I'm not mistaken, Arlette is the originator of Pop the Balloon. So you are pushing a huge content creator to react to other people's versions of Pop the Balloon. Basically like the great value versions. That's bad. That's bad.
Okay.
Shout out to Bionic.
Also, let me say this.
Appreciate
this
you, man.
Here that they're doing is a lot different than a copyright strike. So there's a copyright claim and there's a copyright strike. The copyright strike means that they want to punish you for taking their content and, you can fight it, right?
Correct.
Because you think that it's fair use. You'd have to go get lawyers, yada, yada. They're not copyright striking, okay? Copyright striking means that they're mad at you and they want to punish you, okay? What they're doing is that they're copyright claiming, all right? Which is the way, I don't think copyright strikes should be a thing. I think it should be 100% of the time people should just copyright claim you, okay? And the difference being that they can select whether or not they can block your content in certain territories, in certain countries, or they can take the revenue that is being generated from that piece of content. Now, again, I know people are going to be like, well, who cares? MTR, continue on reacting to it. Again, I take this.
I already know what he's going to say. He basically treats this as a real job. This is how he gets his money. He's not going to make a video that he cannot monetize because this is about his money at the end of the day. He's not going to waste his time. Like, I can afford to do that because this isn't my job as of yet. So there will be certain times that we still react to Pop the Balloon content, but we're most definitely not going to do it as much as we used to. But I already know that's exactly what he's about to say. He's doing this full time. So his time is very, very precious. So you're not going to waste time reacting to content that you cannot monetize. I feel you.
As they don't want us reacting to it at all. And I'm going to respect them within their wishes.
Well, that's
additional information as well. I've never had a conversation with any of the Pop the Balloon folks over there. I've actually had some of the MTRs ask me behind scenes, hey, have you talked to them? It seems like, y'all cool. And I say, no, I've never had a conversation with them, but continue to praise them, the work and the things that they do, and as well show support. I view the commentary / podcast relationship as harmonious, right? They produce the content, and you have a whole sector of commentary creators that then can market or proliferate the content.
I thought so too. I thought it was pretty harmonious as well. Like that's kind of how I viewed it as well, because literally everybody eats. Everybody eats. It's not. Never mind.
While utilizing fair use, transforming the video.
I was about to say it's not even like the relationship is, or the situation itself is like symbiotic. It's not even that.
To add on additional value, additional talking points, educational value, as opposed to sitting back watching for hours on end and not saying a damn thing. Now, I kind of touched on this a second before, but I want to get a little bit more information going into the future. Again, I am not mad whatsoever.
Yeah.
We've been reacting to them as a team over the past several months. And, sometimes you got to take a pivot.
True.
And try other things, new things. The whole Pop the Balloon genre commentary is something that I plan on doing, perhaps on other channels as well. But I also wanted to show you guys something that literally just came in the mail today. I've been waiting for this for weeks now, but it just came into the mail here today. So I wanted to give you guys just a brief preview of some of the things that I have planned going. Oh,
what'd he get?
Oh, yeah, we upgrading, baby. This is my first Apple product ever. We going M3 out the gate with the Ultra, you heard?
Interesting. Damn. I wonder why he didn't honestly, it probably would have been cheaper to just build a PC, bro. Like a beefy-ass PC that could handle streaming, recording. Don't get me wrong. I do like Apple products, and I love using Final Cut. Also because you can buy it fucking once, and then that's it. It's not a fucking subscription. It's not. But, yeah, I wonder if he thought about building a PC.
So I wanted to show this to you guys to let you know that.
But I'm not hating, though, because
this on my content creation.
Like I said, I really do like Final Cut. If he's going to use Final Cut.
Past several increase your breadth and whatever it is that you're creating, but then also you must reinvest back into the business to be able to anticipate changes into the future. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this. This is actually my first Apple product ever. All right. I had an Apple iTouch back in like 2009.
Damn, I forgot about the iTouch.
Couldn't call people, but that was it. All right, I've been an Android fanboy
I forgot about
entire
that
time,
shit.
Windows fanboy the entire time. But I am showing that to you to share that many things coming in the future, many new things.
Damn, yeah. Do you guys remember the goddamn iTouch? Oh, wow. Do they still? Nah, they don't fucking. Yeah, there's no way they still make those. Totally fucking forgot about that. Huh. That's hilarious. You know what's even more hilarious? The name, I Touch, because that's what Kanye's cousin has stored as Kanye's contact information. Whenever Kanye calls, that's what pops up. I Touch.
Coming into the future. Last but not least, guys, many people don't know this, but I actually have a whole section on mtarmy.com. That's my website. If you look down into the school community, which is my men's self-development community, I actually have a whole section.
Okay, I think we're good. Okay, so that was MTR. Oh, Jesus Christ, guys. I'm sorry to do this to you. I am so sorry. I'm sorry, but we're going to have to watch a Mr. Organic video because somebody, I think it was Mr. KP, he posted in the Discord. By the way, if you have not joined the Discord, make sure you join the Discord. It is pinned in the comments. Apparently, he makes music. He does make music because I was laughing at his songs during one stream. I totally forgot about that. But apparently, he linked up with Selena Powell and he posted this video that says King of Downtown got Selena Powell pregnant with a bunch of exclamation marks. That's nothing to be proud about. Yes, Blue Eagle. Yes. The Crabs. Mr. Boston Crab himself. Yes. Let's see what's going on.
Come back. What do you want me to come?
I really do want you to come.
Whoa. It hasn't even been 5 seconds into the video.
I mean,
you know that side position we hit on the side, and you had to see the 10 extra yet, but count that. You hear me?
let's go in the back and show.
Let's go to the back and show everything. Don't juicify yourself to sleep.
3 of them to guard. It's just perplexing that every time I jump out the Rari, jump out the race, they're like, damn, who do you play for? You know? Damn. That nigga ain't play no sports. The guard. I didn't play no sports to get the Rolls Royce. I didn't play no sports to get
Peace, prosperity, positivity, and
This is a fucking vlog. This is a vlog. We are about to be laughing at a vlog. Hold up. I have so many questions. So many questions out the gate. Was the hook of that song's I didn't play no sports in order to get a Rolls Royce? First of all, who gives a fuck? Second of all, nigga, do you have a rainbow beard? I mean, hey, I love the LGBTQ community, but I'm surprised that you are friends with Fresh and Fit, okay? Hey, shout out to you for coming out.
aggression to all.
I didn't play no sports to get the man cheese. Yeah, I didn't play no sports. I didn't play no sports to fuck that bad bitch. I didn't play no sports to get filthy rich. I didn't play no sports to live like this. Yeah, if they want us playing ball just to get our wealth. 5 years later we broke with bad health. I'm talking no one cares, we got bad weed. I'm talking no one cares, we got mouths to feed. Yeah, we on the sideline with the pain. We can't even walk straight, we feel the pain.
Have no fear, Mr. Organic.
That shit was so fucking garbage. I ain't never hear. What the fuck was in my. Yo, what did I just listen to? What was in my headphones just now, bro? Them whips are rented for sure.
Make sure everything locked. Oh, you got a bottle for me? Oh, guess not. Happy New Year. All right, man, let's go.
That girl was like, who the fuck are you?
My back hurt, man. But guess what? My leg is feeling better. That's the blessing. But I guess your hamstring is connected to your back somehow. So.
We're not going to watch all 26 minutes of this, I promise. Did he just say your hamstring is connected to your back? Hold on. I just want to make sure that I'm not stupid, okay? Because I pulled my hamstring twice. Interesting. It says, yes, hamstrings are connected to the lower back and can influence back pain. I did not know that. I stand corrected. See, I can say what I'm wrong. I genuinely did not know that. And I pulled both of them bitches. Felt like I got shot both times. Bow bow.
It's all good. I ain't gonna complain. I'm gonna do my thing. But listen up, man. Make sure you go out your way, have an organic day to Mr. Organic say. Shout out to everybody in the Organic Nation. G Squad, of course, can't forget the G Swizzle.
How many times is he gonna say organic? Yeah, we're gonna scrub through this video because there ain't no way.
Gang, the gang, the gang, gang, the gang, the gang, the gang. 3 of them.
Oh nah, this nigga is corny.
There go Roger right there, waiting on Roger. We're waiting on him. Let's go, baby. Yeah.
I don't got no alcohol here.
Huh? It's alcohol-free zone. You know, this is the organic studio. We don't drink here. We don't smoke. None of those things. We keep it pure.
Drinking that is like drinking alcohol.
Okay, like. The key word is like, not is.
I think it's worse.
Okay, think. It's fine. We're going to talk about what it is and what it ain't. Like when you switch your TV, you know, girls, they be looking like this the whole time, talking and looking at them. So, that's crazy. I don't know what that's about. I did it because I say that? Yeah, actress. What?
There is a shorter video that we're gonna watch.
I gotta think about too much.
I'm really gonna Google that. I just Googled
Mr. Organic fights robbery. You can look at it right now. You know what I'm saying? Who?
No one look better.
Who got all? Who? But in real life, he's crazier. You know what I'm saying?
No, I know. He wanted me to be his fake girlfriend. He was gonna pay me.
You're going too far. Shout out to my man. You know what I'm saying?
I love you, Kevin.
Yeah, he the man. But see, me is like, it's the other way. I do this shit. Like I'm the best in the world at this talking entertainment shit. No one can with me. They don't look.
We can stop right there, okay? What's up, TJ? You missed so much too, bro. You're gonna have to rewatch the stream. Y'all heard what he said, right? He said nobody does what I does. Like, I'm the best at what I do at this entertainment shit. The ego on these people that we are watching. So hold up. Just real quick. We're gonna look at his channel, right? Mr. Organic has a shit ton of subscribers. 388K. That is a lot of subscribers, right? So, chat, tell me, look at the views. Why? I'm just confused as to why is it that the views do not add up to the subscribers? Because if we're being honest, his views are very similar to mine. Like extremely similar. And I have 16,000. So if we go to my page, right? I'm gonna show you guys what. Look, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 500, 25K, 1.5, 600, 1.3. You guys get the point. Let me go to my channel. 6.3, 758, 2.6, 5.5, 1.4, 1.4, 13, 1.7, 3.4, 923, 6.7, 20K, 1. Why is it that my views are the same as his? And some of you have already said it in the chat. Looks like he bought subscriptions to me, and this is not even me hating. That doesn't make any sense. If he didn't post as often as he did, I would attribute it to him not being, active on Instagram, because that's what usually happens. Like, after I had that surge of subscribers, during the winter, like things kind of slowed down when work got busy for me because I wasn't able to post as frequently. And that's what happens. Like, your viewership does take a hit. But there's no reason at 338,000 subs that your view should look like mine. There's no reason at all, especially when you are consistently posting. Yeah, bought. Had to. So that was really strange seeing my face flash like that. my bad, right? I didn't even see your face. That's my bad. But yeah. I thought that was interesting, but matter of fact, I don't even think we're gonna watch this fucking this other video. There's really no point. All this shit is fucking silly, and it's talking points that we've heard already. I'd rather go on to something more interesting, like Dr. Umar. So apparently, Dr. Umar went off because apparently Cassie is going to be able to testify against Diddy. And he's saying she's already been paid off. So why should she be able to testify? Because she got her ass beat, bro. What are you talking about? He beat a woman. Yes, testify.
Gotta ask you about this upcoming Diddy trial that's coming up in a few days. I think it's coming up in about...
There's no way that he is going to defend Diddy in any type of circumstance. No way, because we all can agree that Diddy is a terrible person. We saw him beat the dog shit out of Cassie on camera.
4 or 5 days. How you feel about Cassie testifying against Diddy?
Yes, sir. First of all, it should be absolutely illegal for Cassie to testify against Diddy.
But it's not, though.
When he paid her off, I believe there was an NDA involved in that situation. He was paying her off to shut up and go away. After
couple things already. One, you don't know what's in that NDA at all. You don't know what she can and what she can't do. And two, there's no making her go away. The video is out. The video has gotten out. And she didn't release that shit. What are you talking about? You cannot speak when you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You don't know what if she signed an NDA, you don't know what it says. Like you don't know.
All the money
character witness, exactly.
After her signing an NDA, how can she then be brought back into court to testify?
I'm not sure if the video would be used. I don't know. I don't know if it can be used legally. I don't know. I really don't care. But he did it. Like, he beat the shit out of her. I don't care. Why are we defending Diddy? That is the crux of this conversation, right? Why are you defending this Negro
against them? It reminds me of Bill Cosby. Some of those women who lied on Bill Cosby during his sex abuse cases had NDAs. And the court let them break the NDA. You never see this with a white man accused of the same.
Jesus Christ.
You never see this with a Caucasian accused of the same.
So many people have been commenting under my videos telling me that I do not hold my people accountable, which is hilarious because you guys know that I do. But this is not holding your people accountable at all.
His lawyer should do all that they can to fight against Cassie testifying. She wasn't sex trafficked. Wow. So why are you testifying in a sex trafficking case? He is not being charged with crimes against Cassie. He's
like Logic said, she could be a character witness.
Being charged with crimes against other. Cassie was paid and dismissed. Why is she being brought back
Umar
into court after taking that man's money and testifying against him? That right there is clearly an excessive and abusive use of the law.
Get the fuck out of here. No, it's not. How long were Cassie and Diddy together? How long were they together? She has probably seen some shit.
Not be able to take the stand against that man. And I don't condone sex abuse. I don't condone sex assault. I don't condone sex trafficking, none of that. But at the same time, I stand for justice. In letting a woman who's already been paid off and signed the NDA to come into court and testify against me like y'all allowed in the Bill Cosby trial, absolutely unacceptable, absolutely wrong. I do not like it. As far as
I really hope this interviewer pushes back some. I really hope so.
Puffy asking for his case to be delayed, I agree with that. Remember, one of his lawyers recused himself, okay, at least one of them. So he probably has, some new people on his legal team. They got to get reacclimated and get caught up with what's going on. And I saw nothing wrong with him asking for a 2-month delay. He's already in jail. Y'all didn't give him bail, which y'all also think is a violation of his constitutional rights.
How? Do you not know Whoa. Do you not know his charges? Do you not know what the fuck he is charged with? And what constitutional right are you fucking talking about? What actually are you talking about? People who commit these type of crimes, 9 times out of 10 or 10 times out of 10, you are not going to get bail. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, orange, blue, green, whatever the fuck. What are you talking about?
He should have got the 8-week delay. But here we go again. Deion Sanders. We want to make an example out of Puff. And of course, Deion wasn't accused of what Puffy is being accused of. but we want to make an example out of Sean Puffy Combs. He was too confident, he was too big, and it was time for us to bring him down. See, one thing we need to understand, Art, the Carmelo Anthony case,
oh God,
the Shador Sanders situation, the Puffy Combs case,
this nigga's comparing apples to oranges to peaches at this point.
Shannon Sharp case. They are all involving the same basic issue. And you know what that is? Black people need to stay in their place. Shannon Sharp, you ain't got no business sleeping with 19-year-old snow bunnies. Dion and Shador, you ain't got no business being confident and independent. Sean Puffy Combs, you ain't got no business being a multi-billionaire mogul suing a multi-billionaire liquor company. Bill Cosby, you ain't have no business trying to purchase a major broadcasting station. Carmelo Anthony, you have no business defending yourself against white people. We can do whatever we want to do with your people. In every instance of all these cases, Art, there is one common theme. Black people are forgetting who the slaves are and who the slave masters are, and we're going to remind you. Our job as a people is to rebel against the slave system, Art, but you can only do that if we working together. If we organize.
I'm amazed. I haven't sat down and watched a Dr. Umar video in a while for obvious reasons because he's fucking slow, but I am amazed right now. I didn't know he was this slow. This is amazing.
Unify. We can overthrow the entire slaveocracy.
Please add.
And how you feel about him turning down his plea deal?
I would have turned down the plea deal too, Art. I would have turned it down. And the reason I would have turned it down, and again, I don't know Puff personally, never hung
around him, never had a conversation with him, but I'm going to defend him though because he's black. That's so stupid. I would never defend somebody just because they're Puff did. It is going to be very hard for Puff to get out. Puff is going to do some time. I don't care if it's a little. I don't care if it's a lot. He is going to do some time. I will bet money on it. I'll bet a rack on it. There's no way he's getting off. And if you think he's getting off, it's stupid. There is an insurmountable amount of evidence against him right now.
Around the gentleman, but I'm having a hard time believing.
Believing what?
He's guilty of sex trafficking. I don't know about the racketeering. I've never been in the bad boy office. The only thing he's being charged with that I could see him being convicted of is the prostitution. Payment for sex. That's it. The Mann Act. Interstate.
You don't know that, though. What are you talking about?
That is the only thing I can see him being convicted of.
He literally just said he doesn't know him. He never had conversations with him. He never hung out with him. But he can confidently say that prostitution is the only thing that he can possibly be convicted of. How do you know that? What are you talking about?
I do not see the sex trafficking. I do not see the sex abuse. All I see is that there's a possibility that Sean Puffy Combs may have paid men and or women to have sex with him or other men and or women. All I see is fee for sex.
Wow.
Beyond fee for sex, I'm not sure of the other charges. And if my assumptions are correct, I too, like Sean Combs, would take my day in trial. I'm not pleading out.
How the fuck is this called the art of dialogue when there's no dialogue, really? This is just him speaking nonsense. Like, where is the I need a back and forth. At least Vlad has some sort of back and forth.
I would have needed to know what that plea was in order for me to decide if he should have taken it or not. I'm still leaning towards no. The other issue too here, Art, is you got to realize if he takes a plea, you cannot revoke that plea later. In addition to that, if he takes the plea on the racketeering, Art, that means he's admitting that Bad Boy Incorporated was a criminal enterprise, which means the government is able to lay siege to everything he owned in the name of Bad Boy. The money, the buildings, the real estate, the catalogs.
Bro, it's going to happen anyway.
And I believe the biggest reason why he not pleading out, Art, is he don't want the government to confiscate his entire legacy and his entire company. So after he gets out, he will have absolutely nothing if he pleads out. So I think he has to roll the dice and see what happens.
Okay, yeah, this Art of Dialogue guy says nothing. Let's look at the comments. NDAs don't cover crimes. Thank you. This is the reason Umar is not a lawyer. He doesn't understand civil or criminal law, but the sad part is people will believe him. Technically, Cassie isn't a victim, and actually, what? CODY? When it comes to criminal acts, she can be compelled to testify. NDAs don't protect against criminality. So everybody's saying he's a fucking moron. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, okay. So yeah, everybody's saying he's stupid. I am amazed that he's that dumb. I'm very impressed, actually. Very impressed that he's that stupid. Let's see, what do we have next? I don't think we have that much more. Oh, God. There is this Candace Owens clip that has been going around. And apparently she just did an interview with Hollywood Unlocked. And I want to check it out. It's only like a 3-minute clip. Candace Owens is in a weird position right now because she's not liked by either side right now when it comes to politics, whether it be the left or the right. No one is really fucking rocking with her because the left already hated her. They despised her. And I promise you this is not going to be so much about politics, but now she's saying she's kind of speaking out against Trump in some ways. She is disagreeing with a lot. So she's in this very interesting position right now. And some people are saying that she's having this comeback, or not a comeback, but what's the word I'm looking for? I can't fucking think right now. I'm tired. Shit. I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know. Rebrand. Thank you. Rebrand. That's the word I was thinking of. Thank you so much. But yeah, let's see what she has to say about this situation. Come back, rebrand, same thing.
The world that we talked about, the Breonna Taylors. I'm not even going to touch George Floyd yet. I'm going to save him for his own category with you. You look at that in this country, and you don't understand the ideology of Black Lives Matter as a concept, as a movement.
It's funny because I was just on another podcast and they had asked me that, like, what is your frustration with podcast? The BLM movement? And my frustration is that we are the only community in the world that will riot for our criminals while taking down people that could advance the Black community, and taking down our intellectuals. We are the only community that does this. And
Jesus Christ. What 35 seconds in, I already have to stop? Okay, let me ask you guys a question. And I think I've said this in one of my previous videos. I don't fucking know. We can use George Floyd as an example because people love to use George Floyd as a talking point. And they said a lot of people basically said George Floyd was a criminal. He deserved to die anyway. That's crazy. So just because, let me ask you guys a question. Just because you were previously a criminal, or even if you were currently committing a crime, if you were not antagonizing the police, if you did not raise a weapon against the police, do you think that it's just that it's right for you to be unalived by the police? I don't care what you say about George Floyd. You could say he was high on fentanyl, whatever. He was a criminal. So that means he deserved to die because he was high on fentanyl? What the fuck are you talking about? I don't even understand this talking point. And matter of fact, it's not even the individuals. It's not the fact that they were you're totally missing the point. You're missing the entire point. The point isn't the fact that they're criminals. It's the fact that a group of people should not be treated the way that the cops have been treating them for years. That's the whole point of the conversation. That's the entire point. And she's totally fucking missing that. She loves data. You can look up the data and you can see that basically cops are harassing and hell, even physically assaulting, unaliving, whatever. they do this to the black community as opposed to other races, and it's totally disproportionate. Just please, she loves data. I don't understand why she doesn't ever think to like look this up, because it's not going to fit her agenda, I guess, her racist ass agenda. Shit, my bad, chat.
If a Jewish frustration is that we are the only community in the world that will riot for our criminals while taking down people that could advance the black community, like, and taking down our intellectuals. We are the only community that does this. And I was sitting with Jillian Michaels, and I said, if a Jewish person was high on fentanyl, okay,
who cares?
And got into any kind of situation,
that's not
even
the
if
point.
the police were dead wrong 100%, can't even like anything, and died, the Jewish community ain't coming out and protesting.
Okay, time out. You meaning to tell? Okay, wait. Well, the issue is that the Jewish community, when it comes to police brutality, they are not harmed as much as African Americans. That's just a fact. And I mean, you can use your critical thinking skills when it comes to this, because it is fairly hard to look at somebody and say, "Oh, it's a Jew, let's get him." Like, it is very hard to distinguish a white individual that is also Jewish. That is very fucking hard. Like, I'm not going to, if I didn't know who Ben Shapiro was, I'm not going to know that he was a Jew until you told me. What are you talking about? That's why these situations do not happen to them, because they are not Jewish in this situation. They're white.
And died, the Jewish community ain't coming out and protesting. They're going to say, don't even mention that he was Jewish. An Asian person, you get an Asian community, if there's an Asian guy and he's high on fentanyl and it happened to an Asian person, the Asian people would be whooping his butt, like, because they, Asian moms are dead ass. They're very, very serious people. They are very hard on their children. We are the only community that is just ride or die for our
We're the only community
drug
that was
addicts
enslaved in this country.
But no. And the reverse of that is even more stunning. And we attack the people that are the intellectuals. So we call Dr. Ben Carson an idiot.
Oh my gosh, that's because he is
neurosurgeon.
That's because he is a fucking idiot. I don't care that he's a neurosurgeon. He is a legitimate idiot. Have you guys heard Ben Carson talk? He's actually fucking stupid. Yes, that's your example? That's who you're bringing out? Ben Carson?
And we attack the people that are the intellectuals. So we call Dr. Ben Carson an idiot. He's a literal neurosurgeon. He's a literal brain surgeon. And we call him stupid, and we call him a race traitor.
I don't know.
We call Clarence
He's a
Thomas.
race traitor.
Clarence
Thomas is the biggest coon in the court system. I know you ain't going. The way he shitted on Anita Hill. So Anita Hill was a liar.
Okay, we can keep going, and you can keep trashing all the intellectuals.
No, I'm just asking.
Thomas Sowell, Shelby Steele, Condoleezza Rice. The community is just never going to get ahead when we put up billboards and T-shirts of drug dealers and people that are drug addicts, and we denigrate people that are the greatest intellectuals who have come up from absolutely nothing.
Condoleezza Rice, I like Condoleezza. I'm not.
And how was she treated? And what was she called?
But there's a lot of people who, George Floyd, Condoleezza Rice, me, you, all black people in general will get a narrative created about them if people just don't agree with them and want to destroy any credibility they could have.
It's every black intellectual.
But let me say this, because we can go deeper on the other side. Like when you talk about LA being a hood, it is a hood. But the reality is in a lot of our communities, marginalized communities, you know that there's not an equality when it comes to opportunity access to healthcare, to healthy foods. I'm literally the vice mayor of a city right now in a district that doesn't have the basic necessities that you can find right outside these doors or maybe in your neighborhood. And everybody that lives in that community looks like me.
Correct.
So the strategic oppression, no matter what lens you look at it through, is a real thing in this community that I grew up.
I just don't see how the black community can get ahead when every single black intellectual is denigrated and rejected by the community and called a race traitor.
But I agree.
But if it's LeBron James and someone plays basketball, it's amazing. If somebody sings and twerks, it's amazing. We just have our values are really.
Are you fucking kidding me? The intellectuals that to be fair, I don't even know who were the last few people that you brought up, but the intellectuals that you brought up, they're fucking stupid. They're actually fucking dumb. I need to bring up some Ben Carson quotes. Oh my gosh. He's actually, the people that you brought up are not great examples. And they're conservative just like you. So I could argue that you have a fucking bias. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
It's amazing. If somebody sings and twerks, it's amazing. We just have our values are really.
But doesn't that go
right
back to the ecosystem of mainstream and the image that they put out there of what's great or not, right? Because my brother, who's
gets
dead,
back into what we're talking about. When you said they wanted me to play this type, and that's the same thing. And so what that does.
But we all play a part in it, though. It's not just.
I don't play a part in it, right? You said no. I said no.
We all play a part in this.
Jesus Christ. First of all, shout out to, what's his name, Jason Lee. Shout out to him, because I appreciate his interviews, because he gives a great amount of pushback to people, and he does not, I mean, he's gay, so this is funny, but he does not get on his knees for anybody at all. I appreciate that. But yeah, Candace Owens is always going to be Candace Owens. She's fucking stupid, bro. She is actually dumb. She's dumb. She does not care about actual data. She doesn't care about facts. She doesn't care about statistics. Like, some of this stuff is just so easy to look up. What do you disagree on, TJ? What are you about to say? Logics, I would have to concur, bro. There are very few people that I would say that I hate, but she might be one of them. She might be one of them. She always argues in such bad faith, him getting on his knees. She always argues in such bad faith. Anyway, last video that we're going to talk about for tonight, and then I'm going to go ahead and take my ass to bed, is Jack Doherty. We were actually supposed to watch this on live stream, but this video is called Jack Doherty Illegally Groomed Dozens of Girls in Bombshell Admission with Adam 22. Let's see here. Kick Moosey out. You see I'm ignoring him.
Probably make the most money off of. Probably the agency side of things.
Okay, he asked how much money, wait, what did he say? He said, how much money do you make, or what's the most amount of money?
Make the most money off of.
Oh, what do you make the most money off of? And he said the agency side of things. So here, he's talking about his OnlyFans agency that he runs. So apparently Jack Doherty grooms girls to making OnlyFans content for his agency, and that's how he gets the most of his money.
Probably the agency side of things.
So what's that consist of? Like, how do you get new girls to work with?
Just
DM them?
Just happens. I don't know.
That answer was a little sketchy. So how do you get girls to sign up with your agency? It just kinds of happens. They end up in my burlap bag in the back of my truck, and they just so happen to work downstairs in my basement. Like, that's what it's giving.
Just meet them.
It's different.
For them candy is crazy.
Jack Doherty, that little flat-faced little pimp wannabe piece of shit. You guys know who that is, right? Well, if not, let me remind you exactly who he is. He's that little kid that goes around in the streets like a little asshole and harasses innocent people, and then hides behind his bodyguards like a little bitch when the people get pissed off. Or, do you remember the McLaren? He went on a live stream.
How could
crashed his McLaren. His cameraman who was sitting next to him got badly injured, right? Bleeding all over. And what does Jack do? Do you think he cared to go and comfort the kid to see if he was all right? No, he just sat there trying to film the incident for more attention. Or, the best yet, he became a multi-millionaire, not from making those stupid, shitty videos, right? But from taking girls at a young age, some not even legal, and grooming them and turning them into sharmutas and making millions off of it. Well, he just did an interview with no jumper, Adam 22, right? Another piece of shit.
Was this interview that incriminating?
Tells him many things about this operation, Wait until I tell you how it all comes
You
out.
walked into some shit.
First, I want to say, I don't have a problem with OnlyFans. In fact,
I don't know. This is going to be hard to get through because why are you talking like this, bro?
sometimes, I like certain girls to have OnlyFans.
Moosey, do not disrespect Wolverine like that. Take it back.
There's a difference between having an OnlyFans and making an adult decision than when you're 16, 17 years old, maybe just turning 18, and then starting one because your brain is not developed. You can't understand. You don't have the life experience to understand how decisions like this, regardless of the money you're going to make, can affect your future. And I know what you guys are going to say. You're going to say, John, these sharmutas are going to do it anyway, right? Well, yeah, maybe they're going to do it, but they're going to be older so they can make a rational decision about it.
All right, please get to the point because I want to hear how he's like. Are you saying that he's coercing these women into make it? If so, if he's doing that, then how? Like, how is Jack Doherty doing this? Like, I want to know how.
So now saying that, Jack the shithead was on the Adam 22 podcast, and this podcast was members only. So if you're not a member, you can't see all the bullshit these guys are spitting. But of course, I'm going to show it to you. First, before I tell you all that, speaking of Adam 22, the piece of shit, you remember the story that came out, where he likes other men to do things to his wife? Yeah. She's an OnlyFans girl. He's an OnlyFans guy. They do things together on there, but he didn't mind her going out and finding men to do it, right? Well, not only that, he likes the men to do her and things to her in front of him. He sits there.
Okay, how is this relevant?
Doing it, doing things with him, with them. I don't want to know, right? But when this happened, none of us could understand. We said, he's a simp. He's a cuck. Who would do this to their own wife? Even if it's for a lot of money. We didn't understand it, right? Well, on this interview, he reveals something about himself. And,
okay.
I'm not saying I have problems with people's lifestyle and their choices. I don't. But this explains everything because Jack is sitting across from him, right? And he tells Jack, he goes, listen, I just did a video on OnlyFans, and it was with your brother. So this explains everything about the guy now.
The fuck did he just say? What did he just say?
I don't know, but I remember my brother was like, yo, Adam 22 wants to do some gay shit with me. I'm like, I wasn't surprised, but I was more like, he wants to do it with you? Like, that's just random, but okay.
Yeah, my PR guy is gay, and he was like, basically made like a little list of like the top gay OnlyFans creators that we could potentially do it with, and he's like, well, this one's Jack Doherty's brother. I'm like,
Jack Doherty has a gay brother that does OnlyFans. What the more you know.
Wow, really? That's sick. I'm like, that makes it way better, yeah.
Literally. That was funny.
So you didn't even know who that was before the interview?
I didn't interview him, but we just did this photo shoot together and stuff. I knew because they told me like, yo, this is one guy that you could do it with. In retrospect, I probably should have done it with a black guy.
Why?
I just think it would have been funnier to people.
Jason Love.
But I don't think anybody would believe that he was gay.
So back to Jack, like I was saying, I always wondered how this kid was a millionaire because you look at his YouTube channel, it's not doing well anymore. He's banned from everything that he gets on Kick, Twitch. He gets banned right away for all the stupid shit he does. So how does he get rich? How does he make his money? And you guys remember the conversation when he was with Wes Watson, the biggest piece of shit, or maybe he's not. Let me know in the comments. Wes asked him, he said, listen, are you making money by pimping these sharmutas? And he said, yes.
What do you even do on OnlyFans? You pimp these bitches out?
Sorta. Not really.
He said that without zero hesitation.
Yeah, Jack. My man.
Nah.
Dude, I told my chick on the way here, I'm like, dude, some of Jack's chicks make like $1 million a month. She's like, she was going to come over and suck your... I'm like, you can if you want, fuck it, but you ain't coming back. I mean, that's a choice. You got to commit to that one. You're gone if you make that choice late.
So since then, I've always wanted to find out more information about his operation.
Interesting.
And now he tells us.
Like streaming's like my side thing, you know? It's like I just do it because I really enjoy it. Like I actually really like streaming.
What do you think you make the most money off of?
Probably like the agency side of things.
But so what's that consist of? Like, how do you get new girls to work with?
Just
DM them?
Just happens. I don't know.
Just meet them?
It's different.
Out and about?
Yeah.
Go to parties, meet girls, ask them if they want to start OnlyFans?
Sometimes just friends with the other girls. Just depends.
But you never, you don't have your girls do actual sex stuff for the most part on OnlyFans, right?
No, they do whatever like they're comfortable with.
Okay.
And then the story starts coming together.
This is such a weird, this is such a weird, murky one, right? Because like I understand in Andrew Taint's situation, like he was basically coercing these women and tricking them, lying to them, stealing their money. So like him, I get. This one is a little bit weird because I want to know specifically how is he doing it? Like what is he doing?
Because he starts bringing up Sam Frank. You guys know who Sam Frank is? Yeah, she's a OnlyFans big time sharmuta. Yeah, but not only that, Neon, the biggest nerd, piece of shit, just like Jack going around doing stupid shit for fame because he doesn't have any talent. That's his girlfriend now that he simps for 24/7. So if you wonder why Jack and him, they hate each other, right? It's because they share things between each other with the same girlfriend.
Did you used to manage Sam Frank?
Yeah.
Before he was dating her?
Yeah.
I wanted Sam to be here, obviously, to, you know, say stuff for herself so it doesn't look like a one-sided thing. And I want Sam to be able to explain herself as well. So, Sam.
Hello, Jack. Honestly, don't hate me.
I broke up with her, if anything, so.
No, this was mutual because...
They used to date? I didn't fucking know that.
I broke up with her.
Nah, I said it first, honestly, but he was just like, okay, I agree with you. Like.
And now the story gets interesting. He starts explaining that he met Sam as kids in grammar school, right?
All right, so yeah, break that down.
In grammar school? Okay, that makes so much fucking sense. Out of everything that was said in this video, that makes the most sense that Sam Frank and fucking Jack Doherty were in grammar. That makes sense.
So how did you even discover her?
We grew up together.
Hilarious.
We lived like literally a minute away from each other in the same neighborhood. We went to like elementary school together.
Oh.
Yeah, so we've known each other forever.
And then they went to high school together. He moves her in. They start dating. He tells her he loves her.
All right, so you guys, elementary friends, grew up together and shit. So then you started bringing her around and like, hey, I can manage and help your career out. Like, how did that? Or it was just a friendship?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was like super into YouTube, and you know, when I was like 15, 16, we were like making videos together and stuff, and that's how like she kind of like became like a character in my channel.
And then he got a bright idea.
Yeah, that makes that ass makes so much sense now. Okay, because I was wondering as to how she even got quote famous in the first place. So she was basically passed around from Jack to Neon. She has terrible taste in men. Christ.
And uses his social media fame to make her famous on Instagram.
I moved to LA like 6 months after like she moved in. And then from there, we just like, I grew her social media accounts and then, yeah.
And then, even a brighter idea, he influences her and tells her, you know, let's start an OnlyFans. We can be millionaires, right? So that's what he does. She starts an OnlyFans.
At what age?
She makes him hundreds of thousands of dollars. They end up breaking up, and he's still collecting money because she signed a contract. And then after how he saw it worked with Sam, you know, that recipe, he said, I need more, you know, I need more money. So I need to find more sharmutas. So one by one, he started gathering a bunch of girls and started grooming a whole army of sharmutas. He blew up their social media. He started them in OnlyFans. He made them sign a contract. and he made millions more. And then he has a new girlfriend, which they just broke up. Some of you may know or you may not know, right? What did he do with her? The same as he did with Sam and all the other sharmutas. He moved her in. He built her social media, her Instagram following, started an OnlyFans with her, did things on those OnlyFans with her so his fans can watch. I don't understand why till now why anyone wants to watch that shit. She signed a contract, but now they're broken up, and he's still collecting hundreds of thousands of dollars.
I don't know how, but this is 1,000% gonna get. This is gonna catch up to Jack. 1,000%. Don't know how, but it is.
You know, I always say, you know, I've spoke about this before, that money isn't everything in life. Yeah, it makes life easier, right? But it's not, in the end, it's not gonna make you happy. And with these two pieces of shit, which I didn't even get into that much with Adam 22, but Adam 22,
I can't with his voice,
Jack
man.
Doherty, these two people will literally do anything for money. I mean, Jack, look what he says here. You guys know the Island Boys? Those sick,
not
sick
the Island
brothers that,
Boys again.
You know, they do things.
No.
I gotta be careful with how do I say it over here. Well, he managed them, and they had all.
Jack managed the fucking Island Boys? Are you serious? I didn't know that. What is going on? Ew. What the fuck? So Jack Doherty is the one that made the Island Boys kiss each other and do all this weird ass content? What?
OnlyFans.
The more you
and
freaking
he did
know.
Things on there with them, and he's sitting there bragging with Adam 22 about how much money he made, and he's proud of it.
So she said that that you made out with the Island Boys. Was she just lying?
Who?
McKinley.
What the fuck? Okay, time out. Somebody just asked you if you made out with somebody, and your first response is who? Your first response should be, oh, no. If your first response is, who said that? You did that shit. You did that shit.
Kissed him.
Wait.
Wait,
what?
Like, was she just lying?
Who?
McKinley.
No, I kissed him.
Wait. Like,
come on, it's not that gay. Like,
but did you get anything out of doing it?
yes, bro.
The fuck did he just say? It's not what? It's not what?
Hey, like,
but did you get anything out of doing it?
Yes, bro. Are you kidding me? I made fucking millions of dollars off that shit. Like, we all did. Like, it was insane. Like,
it's off Kiss. It's on video.
Yes, and I was getting a percentage off them at the time too, which was like a couple $100,000 a month.
Yeah.
And then fucking what I was making off it too was just like stupid. It was just like retarded fucking money at the time. Like, as gay as it was, like, fuck, that gay money was good. Like, fuck.
Okay, so you're willing to do anything for money. Got you. So that's the type of person that Jack Doherty is. You guys heard it here first. It's okay. Even if it's gay, it goes against what I stand for. Not even. I guess I really shouldn't say that, but I because I don't know what Jack stands for. Obviously, probably it isn't a lot. But even if it goes against my sexuality, there you go. I am going to do it anyway because it's a lot of money. Wow. That's crazy. And wait, yo, Ack in the chat, I do not care. When it comes to the LGBTQ community, I cannot talk. That's how I know I'm tired. I do not care. Love who you love. Have sex with whoever you want to have sex with. I could care less. Doesn't affect me. I think people have the right to be with whoever the hell they want to be with, and it's fine. But I just find it very crazy that you are willing to just do something gay, even though you're a heterosexual male, just for a dollar amount. I'm sorry, you cannot legitimately offer me any type of money to do anything like that, me personally, because I'm not gay. He said, I'm done. I'll see y'all later. All right, bro.
I'm fucking crazy. You said that fucking gay money was good.
Making money off.
Yeah, it was lit.
Respect.
Bro, I was just off my cut. I was like, holy shit, like, this is lit.
Wow.
And then, fuck, they got banned. I'm like, God damn it.
I would have done it. I would have signed them up.
Yeah, no.
So, you know, I was thinking, you know, what's the saddest?
Exactly, God.
You know, the story is sad if you really think about it. But what's the saddest thing? Where's the parents? of this
They
Jack
don't
the
care.
shithead? Where's his parents, right? Where are they? They're collecting money.
Yes,
That's
they
what
don't
they're
care.
doing. Do you think they care what their son's going out and doing?
Nah, because he got
in his life?
bread.
No, they're pimping their
had,
son
whatever.
for money. Because what do you think? You know the expression, the apple doesn't fall
Shut
far
up,
from the
Moosey.
tree?
Funny.
Well, what do you think he's doing? He's pimping those girls just like his parents are pimping him.
All right, I've had enough for tonight. Between Sneako and this and, oh Christ, Dr. Umar and Candace Owens. All right, enough. I appreciate everybody that pulled up in the chat, man. This was most definitely a fun one. I'm gonna post that Sneako video tomorrow. I know people gonna love that shit. I need to hurry up and edit that video actually. So I am going to get off of here, go to bed, and I'm gonna start editing as soon as I wake up. I appreciate y'all, man. No stream Saturday. I got a work event Saturday, so I'm gonna see y'all during the week. You know, I'm gonna make a bunch of videos, and yeah, regularly scheduled content is back. I told y'all. I've been posting every day this week, every day. So yeah, I will see you guys later, man. Thank you guys so much. Y'all have a good one. Peace.